How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Voice. God bless everyone. God bless my country of Mexico, my city of Tijuana. And God bless the United States of America. Let's thank God for this other day that has given us to live and to overcome every obstacle that is putting in front of us as a challenge. Let's thank Him for 2 legs, 2 hands, a mind that we can think, a heart that we can feel, eyes that we can see, and a voice that we can talk. How's everybody doing? Good morning to everyone. Good morning. Bless everyone that is watching. Difficult times in the world. This changes of governments, insecurities in every part of the world, in every country. It's happening. And one of them that majorly is showing to the world is Mexico. As Mexico has turned into a violent country. And it's not the peaceful country that it used to be. Or it was, and for a moment. Last night, how's everybody doing? Good. I'm Oscar Blue. Good morning to everybody. Last night, the 2 people that they murdered, little Fatima of 7 years of age, in our country, little Fatima that got abducted, and kidnapped by another woman, that this woman took her out of the school and sold her like a product, gave it to other 2 people, and this other 2 sick and I don't know, Satan, demonic people killed Fatima. And I have heard a lot of the times our colleague and friend Ben Berquam, sometimes when we used to do broadcasts when he comes to Tijuana, that shortly, be aware, shortly Ben and I are going to take we're going to do something real important for you guys. Shortly, it's going to come. Ben and I, we're going to go to a place, real important place for you guys. But when Ben comes over here to Tijuana, or when we went to Tapachula, he's a really Christian guy, Ben Berquam, and he talks to me. He says, Blue, you have your Christian beliefs, I have my Christian beliefs, and he says, I believe that it's time for us to go back to the beliefs of Christ. I think that it's time for us to be involved with God a lot. And that is what society needs. God. They need God. And it's because of the moral values, and because we don't have God in our schools, because we don't have God in our house, in our families, outside in the society, in the communities. It is because of that we are suffering in terms of all these violent crimes, in terms of these ideologies of these liberals, and in terms of all this stuff. And I agree 100% with them. We need God on every single place and on every single thing. And this demonic acts and this demonic situations, I was talking to him a couple of days ago. I was telling him, hey, you know what, bro, this is happening over here, because he was asking me, what's going on over there, bro? I'm like, this. And this demonic acts, this satanic acts that is happening, it's horrible. And you don't understand what these kind of individuals are thinking. A couple of weeks ago, these 2 individuals were found arrested last night. It's a couple in their mid-30s. They have a family. They have kids. Imagine that. How can a father do that to a child? we live in an evil society where, exactly, Susan Hilt says the love of money is the root of all evil. You're correct. You are correct. I was going through that particular point. Thank you. It's just the greed of money. It's too much. It takes you to do this kind of things. And our society in Tijuana is really difficult to understand. It is hard to see all these crimes happening in our city and in our country. And, law-abiding citizens, they are trying to understand and assimilate. Well, although they think that the way that the country is being managed is absolutely incorrect. And, Christian people, the people that believe in God, people that really go to church, people that really go to service, they are afraid. They're praying every day, for God to come back and to help us, to give God to all these people that they're committing all these acts and eliminate their heart, brain, whatever. And it's so hard. It's so hard to see these kind of situations where yesterday, these two people, they got arrested for the murder and the torture of Fatima, 7 years old. They got abducted and got kidnapped in the city of Mexico, in the Ciudad de Mexico. The problem there is that they are parents. They're parents. The thing that is sick is that when they got arrested, they were crying. How can you cry when you already committed a demonic act like that? What do you think? Police is going to have a heart with you? The authority is going to be like, you committed a mistake and you need to go to psychological department. You can't be in prison. We need to treat you in a hospital, in a mental hospital. What do you think they're going to do that? It is amazing what is our country is going through, and our city of Tijuana is going through. A lot of people say that Tijuana is society in Tijuana has gone into a level that we get used to so much. Yesterday, there was a body found in a trash can. Again, that's how they're, depositing bodies now. The cartel or the organized crime, how they are, operating is that they chop the body up, they chop the body parts, and they drop them in a trash can. Yesterday, in El Cañón Johnson, a body was found in a trash can. Not too long ago, a month ago, another body was found in another trash can. Not too long ago, 2 weeks ago, in Los Altos, La Colonia Los Altos. Not too long ago, 3 weeks ago, another body was found in an empty land, put in a trash bag, chopped up. These are the kind of things that society in my city are getting so accustomed to. And this is the demonic acts that I'm talking to you about. That we need God now more than ever. And we need to pray every day. Nos levantamos, nos damos la bendición. Bless me, God. Every day we wake up and, we pray to God that everything goes good from where you go home to work and from work to go home. And what is happening in Mexico, and now add the fact that we have a president that loves insecurity, that he can't control the security of our country, that he's a socialist that brings more insecurity and more, kidnappings, and what is going on that I have repeatedly said to you guys about the killings of women and massive killings of women, and how we have increased from number 3 in the world to number 2 in the world of killings of women in the government of AMLO. And yesterday, just when I was, sitting down and talking to Anthony FaceTime, we were FaceTiming. Follow my partner, Conservative, and Anthony is really important. Go out there and vote. El Paso, go out there and vote for my partner, Conservative Anthony. As I was talking to him FaceTime, information from a friend of mine, also a reporter, and he sent me a picture. It's like, do you know this area? And I said like, oh yeah, I know this area. I've been there more than 2 times. Like, pop, he gives me a video. Another dead body right there, chopped up in a part of Tijuana that is La 10 de Mayo. Is really difficult. That part of town, that part of the city, it's one of the most dangerous parts of our city, and it's hard to digest when he's telling you, come on bro, what's going on? My reporter friend, like, what's going on, bro? Do you know what's going on? Like, this is too much. Killings of women, chopped up body parts, kidnapping some kids, kidnapping some children. What the hell is going on? And yesterday also, when I was almost getting into bed, laying down, sitting down in the bed, and another notification. Now what? 5 sicarios. That's the number. 5 to 7 sicarios. The other 2 are not confirmed. But 5 of them dead. 5 of them dead. Last night. The ministerial police and the municipal police did an effective operation on these 5 to 7 sicarios, as it was there were an organized band, an organized group that they used to steal cars, and as they stole the cars, they committed grand theft. They stole the cars, and in those cars they go and commit a homicide, an assassination to somebody, and then they burn the car. That's what they do. That's the way they operate. I steal a car, I do the operation on that car, I assassinate somebody on that car, I leave that car, I burn that car, and then I opt into another one. That's the way they operate. In the eyes of the ministerial police and the municipal police right here in Tijuana, these individuals, they were in the eye of the loop. They were in the loop for a little while now. And as important as it is, last night in a confrontation with the ministerial police, 5 of them dead and 2 of them critically injured, or 7 of them. I haven't got the news. It's too much. It's too much what is happening in our city. It's too much. And it's the thing that I go back to what I was telling you guys, that we need God in our lives now. We really do. We need to pray for Him, for our security. Now kids that they are in junior high school, traffic in junior high schools over here is big right now. Reason why is that a lot of parents are taking their kids now to school because they don't want them to walk 2 or 3 blocks to school. Imagine that, of the level of insecurity. And also, there's people that they're riding on their back of the car. That is a custom that are using in Tamaulipas and also in Nuevo León, the state of Nuevo León and the state of Tamaulipas. They're riding with the on the back of their window, family on board. We are not criminals, don't shoot. A lot of people are doing that. How insecurity a country can be. What's going on with our president? What's going on with his intentions to protect our country? There are none, really. Socialism is this is part of socialism. The insecurity, the killing spree, and all these organized crime people, groups, that they come into our country and they submittedly attacked citizens, and they go, they do their business, the power of money, and they go. It's amazing. It's amazing. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Voice. Another child, also speculation of another 5-month-old child was kidnapped yesterday also, as another kidnappings are occurring on a daily basis in our country, and it's really hard to understand what is going on, because this is family, women outside in the street that will tell you, I need to go home, it's getting dark. It's getting to that point. It's getting to that point, and it's, my God, man, I never thought that in our city and in our society it will get to that point, that it's getting dark, I need to go back home. I'm sorry, I need to go back home, it's getting dark. Wow. It's just wow. Another subject, where is the caravan? That is really important for you guys to know. And the caravan is entering to a part that is another port of entry in Tapachula. There's another port of entry in Tapachula that the caravan is entering. And this other port of entry is real difficult to enter. But there's a lot of people that they're paying a lot of money to go through this port of entry. That's why you guys haven't heard anything about caravans. Reason why is they already noticed that, in the port of entry of Guatemala in Tapachula, National Guard is there, so it's going to be really difficult to get in. But, through the other port of entry, that is on the opposite side of Tapachula, on the east side of Tapachula, there's another port of entry. And, they go through Motocintla, that is another part. So they're going through this jungle and this quest on a jungle and through mountains. They're not migrating right now through the city. They're not entering through the port of entry of Ciudad Hidalgo or Rodolfo Robles, or even though Suchiatehuan. No, they're entering through another port of entry on the east side. And this is the amazing thing about it is, my God, man, how can you put your family through that? The necessity is just too much. This is why the corruption in Honduras and in Guatemala and El Salvador needs to end. So these people won't migrate, and these people won't put their families through all these situations and all these, particular, scenarios. That is just, you go through kidnappings, you go through cartels, you go through organized crime, you go through changes of weathers, you go through diseases, and you go through all this stuff. This is why the corruption in all these the triangle of Central America needs to end. And I again I insist, where is the president of Honduras? Where is the president of Guatemala? And where is the president of El Salvador talking to his people and saying, don't migrate, stay home? Why? Why are you migrating? Why? Why you want to go and migrate when when I can defend you over here? Let me fight for you. This is your country. Why you're leaving your land? Why you want to leave your land? Why? And you don't see no declarations from Juan Orlando Hernandez, that is the president of Honduras. You don't see no statements from the president of Guatemala. And you don't see no statements from the president of El Salvador. That El Salvador's economy is doing, by his explanations and by a lot of people, that, what they're speculating is that the president of El Salvador just said that their economy has increased on the 1.1%. I don't know where is the necessity of a better economy. If you're talking about, perceptions of punctuality in terms of who's first and who's second, and put the necessities of, priorities first. And if you're talking about, the increase of economy and which citizen deserves, an opportunity of a better life. If we put Mexico right now, and if we put El Salvador, and the economy of El Salvador, if it's doing better than Mexico, what the hell are we doing? Again, you don't see Tijuana citizens on a constant situation asking for the political asylum. Tijuana is the #1 city in the world for violence and delinquents and homicides and killings. It's the #1 in the world. You don't see citizens of Tijuana running away from their home and saying, my God, we need to go and ask for the asylum. You don't see that. In the first year of ANLO, minus 0.2% of the economic increase. It talks about a lot what he's trying to do with it, and the neoliberalism. He's trying to end that. You know, the power of the big enterprises, the power of the big companies, the external companies. You know, like the big conspiracy of Walmart. That, you know, the accountant for Walmart pay more than $1,000 million to the accountant, one of the best, you know, the people in charge of a Secretary of International Relations over here. He pays an amount every year, $1,000 million to Mexico to let Walmart into Mexico. That's the neoliberalism, to control the masses and to control Mexico with the monopoly of companies from external, you know, from foreign companies that they're not from here. And what do you commit? You commit that the Mexican, you know, the Mexican investor, the one that dreams of having a big company, the one that dreams that he can be, you know, a great investor, a great business guy. He has a lot, you know, of difficult procedures to go through because, you know, all these animals and all these monsters, they dominate our country. Hyundai, Toyota, Nissan, Mitsubishi, Panasonic, you know, all of these companies, Samsung, all of these companies, they dominate. Costco, Walmart, Coca-Cola, you know, so it goes hand by hand, but it's really difficult to understand. It's really difficult to understand how we have all this external, you know, investors and all these foreign companies that they are in our city and in our states, in our country. And the problem is that they think, you know, they're providing jobs and they're providing better economy to our countries. You know, they are providing jobs and they're providing, you know, a better economy to our countries. There's a flip side to every single one of them. You know, there's what they're doing, what they're providing, and what they're not providing. And what they're detaining to other Mexicans to go through, you know, to other Mexicans to succeed. Mexican businessmen to succeed, you know? But this is the problem, that if our economy is not increasing, and if our violence is increasing, that the most violent president in the history since the revolution has been AMLO with more than 34,000 murders, that is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And in the top 10 for violence and delinquents, as I had just told you, we still have 4 cities on the top 5 and 5 on the top 10 and 15 on the top 50 of the world of cities of violence and delinquency in Mexico, and we're the second most dangerous country in the world. So if you put that priority, with more than 60 million in poverty, 28 million in critical condition, and 68 million without medical care, if we put that in perspective, and we add another one, that is 1.9 million abandoned kids that we have in our country, and also 9.8 million minors without resources for education in Mexico. If we put that to perspective, in comparison, you know, the internal product of El Salvador is much smaller than Mexico. But if we put the insecurity factor and the population insecurity factor in perspective as priorities of who should be asking for the asylum, I don't understand your logic. I don't understand your logic. That is why we all, you know, as we have been broadcasting about the caravan, we have educated ourselves, you know, together at what is going on and what is happening in the caravans. And all of us, we have figured out that is an orchestrated, you know, movement of influx of migrants, a massive influx, orchestrated massive influx of migrants by the United Nations, by the International Pact of Immigration that it was signed by Mexico and you know, the 18th of December of the 11th of December of 2018. And, you know, more than 154 countries signed it, and all this stuff that we have been learning together. And we already know that it's something that is orchestrated, and that they implement all this mindset and then victimize themselves to make them think that there's no survival in their country, to make them think that there's no other way by the United States, that they don't talk to them about what is going on in Canada. Why don't they say about Canada? They don't explain that there you have an opportunity in Canada also to migrate. All of this stuff, you know, it persuades that, you know, now how they're migrating through a jungle. It goes back to the first topic that we're talking about. You know, why are they migrating in this particular conditions? This needs to stop. It's a thing that I'm against. I'm not against migration. Migration is a process of humanity. It is, whether you like it or not. I am a pro-migrant, legal migrant, peaceful migrant, with a purpose, and, you know, documented. Pro-migrant. Yes, I am pro-legal migrant. Migrating in caravans, where there's more than 32,000 kids that they have been trafficked since 2015 till now. More than 600 kids were registered as reused in the state of Arizona in the caravan. And also, there's a lot of fake marriages, fake families. 4,800 fake families were registered in 2019. More than 7,000 cases that they not returned to court to claim their asylum. Meanwhile, they were, they were asking the asylum in the United States before the catch and release. So that makes you think a lot about this disorganized movement and how all these coyotes and all these people are moving and putting people at risk through jungles now. Imagine that. Through jungles now. Jungles. Imagine a kid going through a jungle in the middle of the night. Wow. It's amazing, people. Amazing how the migration movement is so disorganized. The way that they're migrating is wrong. It's just that. Everybody in the world sees it. It's not just me. It's just, you can ask whatever citizen. I haven't done that, by the way. I'm about to do it again. You know, go interview your normal, typical, average citizen and ask them about, what do you think about the way that they're migrating? Do you think it is correct? And every average citizen right here in Tijuana, they will tell you, no, it's not correct. It's not. It's incorrect. They're putting people at risk. There's a lot of trafficking of children, trafficking of guns, trafficking of organs, trafficking of women. It's a lot of trafficking of everything. It's difficult. It's difficult to make people understand that migrating in a caravan, it's okay. And migrating in a large influx of migrants, it is okay. It is not okay. I'm sorry. It is not. It is not. That is the situation. Regarding my way of thinking of, what do I think about how they're migrating? And now that I told you where they're migrating now from. Wow. I'm freaking amazing, people. God bless everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News at America's Voice. Good morning to everybody. God bless every single one of you that is watching. Thank you so much. How's everybody doing? Good morning to everybody. God bless you all. I hope that you guys are doing great in this morning. I wish you guys the best on this Thursday. God bless you on this Thursday. That every situation and everything that you guys want to do in your lives, you guys accomplished it. I wish you the best today. Follow my partner, Conservative Anthony, as he is right now on voting week. Gente del Paso, people from El Paso, vote for my partner, Conservative Anthony, as he is a vote for change. And he will fight against socialism and all these socialist Congress people that they want to ruin your country. God bless you all. Stay safe. And always remember, people, peace and love, everybody. Because always, your country's first.